How did this occur? Well, this is a psychologist's distillation of that, okay? And it fits the theme. It occurred because of disconnection from ourselves, each other, and the planet. So when I say saving Rumi, you can already tell I'm not talking about Rumi. I'm talking about whatever is most precious to you. Now I want to talk about connecting to ourselves for sustainable well-being. What I mean by ourselves is me, we, big we. So let's talk about me for a second. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about the individual, right? I want to point this quote out to you. We largely know how we need to change. How to deal with human emotions such as fear and greed is less simple, however, and these are really what prevent us from making progress. So I'll be talking about emotion technology. Carl Jung said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This procedure, however, is disagreeable, therefore not very popular. Yes, sign me up for that. I want to spend an hour looking at all these thoughts I have about how I'm, balding or something, right? But at least according to Carl Jung, that's enlightenment. That's being awake. And in this talk, it's called being connected to who you are. Very simple. Who are you? You're the whole enchilada in there. You're the stuff that says, damn, that was good. And you're the stuff that says, I don't like that. Here's what we do in our culture. I think this is what we train, okay? We've got some behavior, we'll call it behavior X. In this case, let's call it whining. And you'll note the irony of somebody in pain on a football field being accused of whining, okay? But let's just call it whining. And that makes me feel really bad, right? I feel bad that someone's whining. I don't like feeling bad. So what do I do? Well, I regulate. I attack that person. Wimp. Faker. And what happens is I feel better. Whew, now that that's taken care of. Or what I could do is I could distract myself. Do a little retail therapy. And I feel better. Or I could, if life gives you... You guys, if you haven't heard this before, this is going to be this is wild. This is great. This is all you need to know in life. If life gives you lemons, okay, make lemonade. There you go. Go. Be happy, right? Because that's all you have to do. You just have to make... So, seriously? This is like asking people oh, did you know that smoking is bad for you? Right? Well, quit. What, are you kidding me? It's perhaps its end of the continuum, which I personally have a hard time with, is positive thinking, and I would call it pathological positive. Who could be against positive thinking? It's like being against world peace or something, right? But what I'm talking about is the positive thinking that says, if you really want a Porsche in your driveway, just manifest it, right? Just manifest that Porsche. And what I would say is, I'm sorry, I'm not a god. I can't do that kind of stuff. I don't get to create things by manifesting them. So that's not much of an answer from my perspective. We could also distort reality, suppress things. There's such a thing called a repressor. Susan's husband worked on some of this work. These are people who say, I'm not anxious. And their physiology is jumping off the charts. They're like, oh! They're like, I'm not anxious, right? These are oppressors. There's all kinds of health consequences to that, but they're good at it. Now, someone talked before about canaries, and I want to reintroduce the canary. Canary in my talk, is a noble bird. It is a bird who you take down to the coal mine, and you listen to the bird, right? Because when the bird falls over, if you're the miner, you're dead, right? I mean, you got to hightail it out of there. But in our culture, what if we take all these things, right? We attack the bird. Stupid bird. God, I can't. Why did I get a defective bird again, Al? Right? Dead miner. Distraction. Ooh, look at that coal vein here. Okay. Dead miner. Make lemonade. You just put that sucker on a spit, roast it up, share it around, barbecued canary. Dead miner. Distort reality, suppress.
What canary? I don't see any canary.
Pop quiz, just to drive the point home. Your hand is on a hot stove. You want to A, disconnect the nerves, or B, remove your hand quickly. The point is, emotion, even negative emotion, is information. That's all. It's just information. Just check it out, see what it's saying. Oh, like be careful around the stove maybe. That could be what it's saying, right? Take your hand off. But we pathologize negative emotion to such an extent that we don't become familiar with it, and then when it comes up and whispers at it, we're like, ah! What are you? I don't like you. And we become totally unsophisticated, wimpy, fragile with dealing with negative emotion. Then what we do is we cut out, essentially, let's say, 50% of the information for any given situation. How good are you going to be at a situation, navigating it, if you've cut out 50% of the data? Like, yeah. Someone's like, yeah, right. That's bad. So the point is connecting with yourself. Like this is not hard stuff in a way. It's just connect with who you are. The fact that we malign emotions generally, and negative emotion in particular, is due in part to misogyny. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, but humans are from Earth, folks. We're all human. If I can't show up and be compassionate to my son, if I can't cry about my dad's death, if I can't mourn the fact that we had 3.5 years of cancer treatment, what kind of man am I? What kind of human being am I? If I can't set boundaries with someone, saying, this is not okay what you're doing to me, what kind of human am I? The point is, we have sort of taken the female parts of ourselves and the male parts of ourselves, and we've pathologized each other. And what we really need to do is be fully human. And that means both Venus and Mars here on Earth. So, if we go to we,